All right, we've got some tea to talk about today. We are way past the point pretending that we don't love videos about tea, what went wrong, drama, so I'm gonna give you guys that today. This video is about what I think went wrong with my album release in 2018 and what I would do differently with the knowledge that I now have from the things that went wrong in 2018. Like, what would I do differently? How would I release certain things differently? What do I think about my music videos 2 years on? Just before we get into that, I would like to point your attention to something that I recently created. This was in collaboration with Prime Video. I was given a really cool opportunity to rework a theme song for any original creation from Prime Video. So I chose the show Good Omens. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It has David Tennant in it and it's about angels and demons. You can catch all the episodes now on Prime Video, but I was asked to rework the theme and it's something that I'm really, really proud of because not only did I get to write lyrics for a song that never had lyrics before, but also because of the quarantine circumstances, I also had to create the entire music video from my house on my green screen, and we put it together and it looks amazing. I was given the opportunity to stay at home, watch TV, and make something cool, and then tell you about it. It would be really, really great if everyone watching this right now could just click on the link in the description. It'd be the first link available. Give that video a view, give it a thumbs up. It would be awesome. I really hope you enjoy it. I had so much fun working with Prime Video on this. They were so awesome, and I would love to be able to do more. So please give that a little click down below. And without further ado, let's get on with the tea. So I released my debut album, Villains, back in 2018. It was August 31st. I'd released a few singles before that for the album as like the promotion and teasing and everything, doing pre-orders and then also announcing a tour that happened in October 2018. I also went around the country doing album signings and performances, which was so fun. I love doing that. There were so many things about the release that I'm still so happy with. Like, for instance, I still love every song on the album. I set out to create a pop album. I wrote every song on the album. You won't hear me in this video say that I don't like any of the songs, that I regret any of the songs. I personally think the album still holds up as what I would want to release today. I'm still so proud of it. I'm proud of every song. My opinion on my favorite song on the album still changes like every day. I love it. I wouldn't change that decision I made for the world. It is a fucking weird album, okay? It's like some dark pop. There's like a house song on there. And then there's some just like really happy pop, some that's very inspired by Katy Perry, some by Sigrid. Some stuff was inspired by like Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, Churches, Taylor Swift. Like all of the things that I was listening to at that time had such an influence on my writing, and I think the album really, really shows that. However, some of the decisions that either I made or were suggested to me and I approved, I would not do now, and I think they were very bad decisions. Some of these decisions led to people hearing a couple of songs from the album and then not wanting to check out the rest. I think the album's launch could have been more successful in terms of reaching more people's ears if a couple of things were changed. So let's go over the release schedule. The music video for the lead single Dirt was released on March 15th, quickly followed by an acoustic version which was released 11 days later on my Vivo as well. I then released the lyric video for Agenda, the second single, on May 3rd, followed by the main video on May 22nd. I then released a lyric video for the song Icarus on June 21st, and then I released a music video for the song Take Me Out on August 9th, and then the album came out on August 31st, and that was it. So already, I'm sure some people have some opinions about that. Did I choose the right singles to release? Some of them, I think. Did I get the release dates for everything correct? Absolutely not. The fact that I didn't release any single on the day that the album came out, no music video after the album came out, is criminal. There was nothing to provide visually on the day of release or to give it like a second boost after it was released. There were some reasons for that. Well, literally all the reasons were financial, but I'll get into that in a little bit, I think. So the first single, Dirt. Do I think that should have been the lead single? Yes, I do. I'm still very happy with my decision to release Dirt. It was a very divisive song. Some people were quite shocked by the pop direction that I was taking. Some people were saying, oh, now you've moved from doing like Nothing Without You and Don't Come Home to this, what are you doing? But I'm still so proud of the song. I think Dirt is one of my strongest songs I've ever written. I think it's just a really, really well-balanced, well-created pop song, in my opinion. So I would still release that at the same time, same date, everything. Music video though, I'm not, by the way, this video is not going to be bad-mouthing people who I used to work with. It's ultimately, you know, like I said before, these decisions were either made or approved by me. Did I always have the best guidance? No. I was working with people who had never released an album before, to the point where I believe I was once referred to as a guinea pig. And I will say, and this is the only thing I'll say, if someone that you're working with turns around and says that to you, you should probably run. You should probably run very far away. But ultimately, no one is to blame for these things except me. It was my choice to do all of these things, right? Music video. The people who directed the video were, they were suggested to me. The idea for the music video was put out on this website where like freelance creators can pitch their ideas to you. And these people got back to my then manager very, very quickly. And I, for reasons, whatever, I said yes. All I will say very fairly is I think the music video could have been better. I think for the money it cost, you know what, I might as well just spill the tea. You want some tea? The Dirt music video cost £15,000. There's your tea for the video. Oh. God. It was the most expensive video of all of them, and do I particularly like the edit looking back? Not so much, me personally, and that's not me trying to bury anybody. I did have fun on the music video shoot. I did have fun trying to learn how to dance. I did a very terrible job, and I certainly wouldn't do that again. I had a stylist at the time who, God bless her, she was given like a direction, like, you know, want to make pop videos, pop sound, everything, and I made the decision to go along with wearing a certain style of clothing, which I think was probably a little bit disingenuous. I think the overall look of the video, the way that I looked, and the fact that it was just like this giant like pink soundstage, yeah, not my favorite by any means. I think a video that I would prefer, looking back, could have definitely been done for a lot less money, and had I not spent so much money, it would have meant that like more would have been left over to make another video, perhaps like on the day of release or afterwards. That's what I meant like by the financial thing. So the Dirt acoustic that came out like just over a week later, I don't like how that sounds. The comments on it are really, really lovely, and a lot of people were saying, oh, I prefer it acoustic, but I mean, obviously I know that a lot of you guys who listen to my music, you were very much used to like my previous sound of the Magnetized EP, and a lot of you guys do just genuinely prefer like acoustic music. You think my voice sounds more natural in acoustic sounding music, and that's totally fine. I prefer the studio version, and I wish I hadn't spent more money with a different producer doing the acoustic version. I don't like the way it sounds. I think it's very just run-of-the-mill, you know, flat throughout the whole thing. That's just my opinion. I think it was a bit of a waste of time and acted very much like a filler between Dirt and Agenda, which I don't think was necessary. Perhaps I think the timing could have been worked out a little bit better where I didn't do that, perhaps. But let me know what you think about that. The Agenda lyric video came out on May 3rd. I think I began teasing it like a couple of weeks before, or maybe like a week before, on like Instagram and stuff like that. I like the lyric video. I think it's cool. I like the neon flashing lights. It does what it says on the tin for me. I like the neon idea. I think it's actually before the neon was confirmed for the music video, I think. But you know what? It's hard to remember. I don't have a lot of my notes from back then. I am glad that we did Agenda as a lyric video. Looking back, would I release the music video for Agenda? Would I release it as a hard single? No, I wouldn't. Agenda is one of my least preferred songs on my album, and I think a lot of people did find it very sonically similar to Dirt, so it's a good song. I'm really happy with it, but I think releasing it as a single, and also so close to Dirt, because they are a little bit similar sounding in terms of like heavy synth and stuff, people were like, are they like the same song? They're not the same song at all. But I think releasing it as a lyric video, perhaps later down the line, might have worked out well. But I don't think, looking back, Agenda should have been the second single. That video cost around £11,000 as well. Music videos are not cheap, particularly when you are working with people who, you know, they have an interest in your success, but it's not their money to spend, so they're not particularly worried about how much it costs. And that's not a snipe at anybody either. Like, that is a thing you'll find in the music industry, in other types of industry. If you give someone that sort of like freedom to spend money on your behalf, they will. They absolutely will. But the Agenda music video, like, I think it's cool. I think my dancing is, again, pretty cringy. But it could have been a little bit more than it was. I think even for the money spent, it was quite restrictive in terms of what was going on. Like, I smashed some glass and sprayed some pictures. My initial idea for it was that I was going to be running through an entire like art gallery, like a museum kind of thing, but obviously restraints and things like that couldn't happen on any sort of budget that I had. So yeah, I would scrap Agenda as a second single, and I would perhaps put something else in there, which we'll talk about in a bit. Icarus lyric video, June 21st. This was a good decision. I'm really happy with it. If anything, I think Icarus should have had a video, like a music video, perhaps even instead of a lyric video, or both. Icarus could probably have been shifted up to replace the whole Agenda thing at that time, so it could have gone like March 15th, and then Icarus lyric video May 3rd, and then a Icarus video like May 22nd. Would you agree? Do you think Icarus is one of the best songs on the album? It had an overwhelmingly positive response from you guys. I was looking at the comments before making this video, and everyone was just like, I didn't like Dirt and I didn't like Agenda, but this is the best song you've ever made. Why are you not pushing this song? So perhaps that would work quite well. And then we had nothing until Take Me Out on August 9th. So we went the whole of July with not releasing anything, and then early August releasing Take Me Out. I know that this song, again, is a little bit of a divisive one, which leads me to believe I really didn't choose the best singles for the album, did I? They were all my idea to release, so I'm not shifting the blame on that one. I really like the music video for it. The music video idea came from the fact that people were constantly criticizing my dancing and my performance shots of my previous videos, so I set out with this idea that I didn't want to perform to camera at all for this song. I really like the video, and a lot of you guys seem to as well. The song itself, You Are the Liar, I Am the Fire, is probably the most disliked lyric on the entire album. You know, looking back, I could probably have written something a bit more, you know, inspired there. But I really like the video, but I don't think it should have been the final single for the album. I think it could have been a lyric video or a music video sooner, but I think it's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It could have even been a song released way after, you know, like November time, or even like January time, you know, as like a final kind of single, just to give like more of a push from it. But yeah, then like I said, the fact that there were no music videos after that, pretty criminal. So with all of that said, what would I put as my like release schedule now, looking back, learning what I've learned? I would still go with Dirt, March 15th. I think I would then do the lyric video for Icarus and then release a music video for it like really soon after. Some songs that should have been singles, at least according to you guys. A lot of people say Villains Part 1 would have worked quite well, but I think that only would have worked if that was the lead single, which is not something that I would do. But if you would do that, please let me know down below what you would release and when. I think Villains Part 1 would have worked as like an alternate timeline kind of release schedule, where I just release like the darker sounding stuff from the album. Third Eye in the middle, I think could have worked quite well, because it just sounded so different, and a lot of people do really like that song. Then perhaps like a lyric video for something else, like maybe Take Me Out could have been there. But I think on the day of release for the album, there should have been a music video for Burn the Witch. Who is with me on that? That should have been done. August 31st, like a video of me dragging another version of me through the woods and putting her on a stake and burning her, and then like running around a fire. I had the whole idea for that planned. I'm sorry to say, if anyone wanted to see that, that was one of my ideas. But obviously with the money that was being spent on the album, it cost thousands of pounds per song to be produced. Mixing, mastering, music videos. It was a lot of money. I feel like could have had a little bit more guidance with that, if I'm honest. I was not in a position where I could make any more music videos, and that sucks. So I think having Burn the Witch released on the same day would have really pushed people to the album. It's criminal that Burn the Witch wasn't the single, I think, in my opinion. And then I know I already said Take Me Out, but if I hadn't already released that, then release that as like a, you know, a music video a few months after to give the album another push. I think releasing those singles would have given people a better scope of how the album sounded, that there was a lot more on offer than just like synth pop that I still love, of course, but reading through your comments, I think that definitely would have been a better idea. I don't think putting Burn the Witch out sooner would have been of any use. I think that should have been like a really definitive, like definitive defining moment in the release schedule. That's my biggest regret, I think. Still really happy with doing the HMV signing, selling so many copies of the album for you guys to come and get signed, and then doing the performances. Gave the album the chart performance that blew me away. The fact that I can literally say I've had a top 40 album in the UK. It's like something I never ever thought I'd ever achieve. I didn't even think the album was going to chart, so I was over the moon with that. My new EP is coming out May 15th, so in a few weeks. I've just released a teaser for the second song, Plot Holes, over on my Instagram and Twitter. If you go check it out there, let me know what you guys think. Obviously my latest single, Wolves, is out now. It was a music video that we were able to create with personnel who were really respectful of the budgets, because, you know, I'm not a millionaire. Even if I were, I don't think I would have been after the album. But I'm in a really happy place. I want to create music. I want to, you know, which I wasn't able to say for most of last year, honestly. I'm in a good place, and I've been writing again recently, and hopefully by the time all of this quarantine issue is over, I would like to just have loads and loads of songs ready to go, ready to release, and do like a tour celebrating this EP and hopefully more stuff as well. That would be great. Let me know what you think of my album release. Do you think there were some wasted opportunities? Do you think I did it perfectly? What were your favorite songs from it, looking back like a year and a half, like into the past? Again, please don't forget to check out the video that I made with Prime Video, and go and see me like demon eyes and fire and smoke and all that stuff. It's very cool. And let me know what other types of videos you'd like me to make on this channel. What would you like me to talk about? And until next time, guys, I hope you're all staying safe, hope you're all well, and I shall catch you later. The chair has been so squeaky through this whole video. It's been doing my fucking nutting.